Hi, I'm Nodarse, the Executive Director at Faithful Friends. I've been mentoring youth my whole life, really. Started 24 right out of college with big brothers and sisters, and I'm still connected to my little brother, Freddie. He's now in his 40s and has 5 kids and a business and so forth. And I never realized how much that you get as a mentor out of that relationship. I always thought about it as a one-way thing where I wanted to give. And when I got that back at that young of an age, I caught this bug, if you will, and I've been in nonprofits over 10 different boards over the last 40 years, but they had one thing in common, all children and youth mentoring, if you will. So that's always been my passion, because I feel that every challenge that exists in the world really can be solved through mentoring and so forth. So that's a big part of what drew me to Faithful Friends. This first month has been crazy, really. I felt like wearing a fireman hat and a coat today, you know, because you're drinking from the fire hose. And even though I've always been engaged in the nonprofit world, it's very, very different than being in the corporate world. But the analogy I use is, if you ask 10 fathers around the world, what are the most important attributes of being a good father, 80% of those answers are the same and so forth. So it's really just trying to digest everything, not making any decisions till I learn what's going on so we can move forward and so forth, and just getting to know the team, our board, you know, our mentors, our mentees, to really figure out how to take the best step forward to build and grow the program. You know, what excites me the most is just the potential. You know, we have in our video that you can fill the Moda Center over 20 times with a number of kids just in Oregon that we can help and so forth. So it excites me because I know the difference that mentoring makes, because I've been engaged with so many different nonprofits, and there's just so much potential. And one of the things that excites me the most is being able to not only increase the amount of donors and donations that we're getting, but also engaging the corporate community and also partnering with other nonprofits. I found that a lot of times nonprofits create these silos and they don't work as closely together. And I plan to partner with a lot of these different nonprofits because we're all trying to do the same thing. So why don't we work together, use those resources, because we're limited in them as a nonprofit, and see how we can help each other out. You know, as far as goals and priorities to move forward, one of the key ones is to continue to grow our revenue stream, if you will, so we can support more kids and match more mentors and mentees, if you will. Part of that's going to be through a corporate program, because I have a lot of relationships in the business community, and I feel that when the business community is solid, it lifts the tides for everybody and so forth. So having different types of corporate donation programs, but not just getting money from corporations, is engaging, because employee engagement is a big part for corporations to keep their employees happy. So how do we bring kids in and do some kind of an event, you know, a field trip, if you will, so their employees get to meet and see where the money's going and the difference that they're making. I think the most challenging thing about the work for me is being patient, because I've owned 2 businesses over an 18-year span. As an entrepreneur, you just want to jump right in and move fast. And it's important, what I call management by walking around, is absorb and assess what's going on before you move forward, because I feel that once you have a good strategy, then it's all about execution. But what a lot of folks do is misalign on the strategy and they go the wrong direction. So I think it's just really important to listen, trust the team, the board, and so forth before we move forward. You know, I just love the group that I work with. I feel blessed to work for a nonprofit that's entrepreneurial, that's helping kids, and I just can't tell you how excited I am. I tell folks that I feel like that kid in first grade that's waiting for the first bus to get there, to leave first thing in the morning. I get that excited because I feel blessed that I get to help make a difference in children's life. And to me, that's 10 times more valuable than working for a corporation to contribute to a profit. So I'm just super excited to be here. Best way to get in touch with me is you can reach out to me via email at al.nodarse@faithfulfriendspdx.org, or you can call our number. More than happy to communicate. Love to meet over coffee and just learn about how we can, again, you know, help kids, because our whole mission is basically to teach the power of friendship, and I feel that every child should have that benefit.